distinguished members of the Collective Security Council, distinguished participants of the plenary session, I extend a warm welcome to you on the hospitable Kyrgyz land. I declare the plenary session of the CSTO Collective Security Council open. In the beginning, allow me to briefly present the outcomes of our meeting in a restricted format. At this meeting, held in a restricted format, we productively discussed a wide range of issues. An open exchange of opinions was held regarding the crucial aspects of regional and global security. Mutual understanding was achieved concerning all the items on the session's agenda. During the intersessional period, specific measures were undertaken to effectively counter contemporary challenges and security threats. Work was actively carried out to strengthen the international authority of our organization and to expand foreign policy coordination. Practical measures were implemented in the sphere of military, economic, and military technical cooperation. A series of major exercises have been conducted, including joint maneuvers. With the Collective Rapid Reaction Forces of the CSTO Interaction 2025, a special exercise of reconnaissance units Search 2025, as well as a logistics exercise Echelon 2025 in the Republic of Belarus. In addition, command and staff exercises were conducted with collective rapid deployment forces. The Central Asian Regional Exercise Frontier 2025 in Kyrgyzstan, as well as Indestructible Brotherhood 2025, and a special exercise for the establishment of radiation chemical safety and medical support for the CSTO, named Barrier 2025, in Tajikistan. These and other measures successfully ensured the coordination of actions of Member States' armed forces units and increased their readiness to perform assigned tasks. The operational interaction continued among the competent authorities of the CSTO member states regarding the identification, prevention, and suppression of the use of information and communication technologies for terrorist and extremist purposes. Overall, we can confirm that the organization's planned activities for the year 2025 were successfully implemented. At today's meeting, we summarized the work that has been accomplished and identified the most relevant areas of CSTO activity for the upcoming year, establishing appropriate objectives. Esteemed friends, in accordance with the established procedure, the rotating chairmanship of the Collective Security Treaty Organization is now transferred to the Russian Federation. In this regard, I am pleased to give the floor to the President of the Russian Federation, Vladimir Vladimirovich Putin, to inform us about the priority areas of activity during the Russian Federation's chairmanship of the Collective Security Treaty Organization. Please, Vladimir Vladimirovich, the floor is yours. Thank you very much. Dear friends, colleagues, as was just mentioned, on January 1st, 2026, the CSTO chairmanship will pass to Russia. It will be held under the motto, Collective Security in a Multipolar World, a Common Goal, Shared Responsibility. Russia will do everything to maintain continuity in the main areas of cooperation within the CSTO and develop cooperation between our states based on the principles of genuine alliance, friendship and good neighborliness, mutual respect and consideration of each other's interests, mutual assistance and support. Over the past decade, the Collective Security Treaty Organization has developed into an authoritative regional structure. The CSTO reliably guarantees security and stability across the Eurasian space, protecting the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the member states of our association. Considering the current geopolitical tensions, it is entirely logical that the primary focus becomes the task of advancing the collective interests and initiatives of the CSTO member countries on the global stage. In this context, the Russian side proposes to host in Moscow in 2026, on the eve of the CSTO Summit, an international expert forum dedicated to the topic of establishing in Eurasia an architecture of equal and indivisible security. For participation in this event, we plan to attract not only delegations of member states, but also representatives of countries friendly to us, multilateral structures, and integration associations. Of course, Russia will continue to work closely with its allies on all issues concerning the strengthening of the CSTO's military potential. Our main efforts will focus on enhancing the combat capability of national contingents and improving the command and control of collective forces. We propose to launch a comprehensive program for equipping collective forces with modern, state-of-the-art models of Russian armaments and equipment, which have demonstrated their effectiveness during actual military operations. And it is precisely in this context that we plan to organize a series of joint activities for the training of military units and special services divisions. These include the next stages of routine exercises, cooperation, echelon, and search operations. We believe that the development of the organization's aviation forces and air defense systems requires special attention. Much needs to be done to improve the mechanisms for deploying peacekeeping forces. One of the key priorities of the Russian presidency is the development of cooperation among our states to ensure the technological leadership of the CSTO in the military sphere. And special emphasis will be placed on deepening cooperation of enterprises within the military-industrial complex. Russia will also actively promote the use by collective forces of the latest achievements in military medicine. Naturally, we will continue to provide assistance to member countries in health security, facilitating joint prevention and response to outbreaks of dangerous diseases. We aim to enhance the effectiveness of the body established within the CSTO at Russia's initiative in 2021. Coordinating Council on Biosafety. I believe we should hear a report from its leadership on the situation in this area at our next meeting. During our presidency, we plan to begin joint preparation of a new CSTO anti-terrorist strategy. We will strive to do everything necessary for further decisive counteraction to extremism. With our partner organizations, we will continue to work on identifying and eliminating international terrorist groups and their cells, and on suppressing their funding channels. Among the most important priorities of the organization's work, I would also like to highlight information security. The Russian side is committed to working closely with its allies to prevent the spread of radical ideas within the youth environment. We consider it absolutely necessary to undertake additional measures for the protection of our common information space from such threats. We will certainly make every effort to further enhance cooperation in combating drug trafficking. We will continue the anti-narcotics operation Canal, involving all interested international participants. As a prospective task, we consider enhancing the information analytical potential of the Union and expanding the network of its auxiliary and consultative mechanisms. For example, we would deem timely the establishment of an association of analytical centers of CSTO countries on international relations and security. It's also important to develop interparliamentary cooperation for harmonizing national legislations of member countries. Also, considering the growing volume of tasks facing our Secretariat and the CSTO joint staff, we propose to actively address issues of improving their operational efficiency, structural optimization, flexible adaptation to modern realities, and naturally creating conditions for attracting highly qualified personnel for joint work. In conclusion, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Sadir Nurgoshovic for his hospitality and for the immense amount of work that has been accomplished within the framework of the organization under Kyrgyzstan's chairmanship. I would also like to once again wish success to the representative of Kyrgyzstan, who has assumed the post of Secretary General of the CSTO. We will, of course, provide him with all necessary support. It has been agreed that the next session of the Collective Security Council will be held in Moscow on November 11th, 2026. We will be glad to see you in the Russian capital. Thank you for your attention. Thank you, esteemed Vladimir Vladimirovich. I wish to note that the Kyrgyz side is ready for active and substantive participation in implementing Russia's CSTO chairmanship priorities, contributing to the achievement of common goals and strengthening collective security.